Adventurer, Anthrax loyalists seek vengeance. Join the Flame's Radiance in defending Hallowfall.
Now that the bugs have worked out of Nightfall, it's actually a pretty enjoyable experience. I would say it's probably more beneficial for alts. You can get veteran and champion, get veteran gear from drops, and you can get champion gear from one of the ventures for a new token. And I'm about to pick those up. But I did want to go through the gear, like the Mog sets. Get away from the person with the 2 core hound pets, and we can go and do this. Hope I'm not muted. So I'm actually wearing most of the rogue set, the leather set. There are 4 types. Let's do this the proper way. So they can all be found under Hallowfall armor, leather armor, whichever one you're wearing. This is the full rogue set. Well, I'm calling it a rogue set. It's the full leather set, which means druids can wear them and monks can wear them as well. I think it's pretty cool, and it's about time we have a decent pair of purple pants. So, and I'm always here for the buckley boots, all the time, every time, buckley boots. Which didn't have a little fur trim, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. The little dangly thing from the waist, it's a little worrying, but you know, it is what it is. So I do have the full set of this, thankfully. But you also get Flame's Radiance, which is the light side of things, which is also pretty cool. This falls from drops, but also this is what makes up the champion set. So this is all veteran gear. So they're 2 really cool Mog sets. There are also additional weapons. But I'm going to go over here actually to our first print here.
Take a look while you can.
So these are your Nightfall version of certain weapons. This book is interesting. You can change its stats by flipping a page. So if you use it, you can change it. This is out of battle. So if you want haste or you want something else, you can choose something else. I guarantee you, if you're doing the dailies, one of these will drop if you don't want to waste a token on it yet. One will drop. I've had at least 6 drop by now. This is something that drops from one of the world quests that you're doing. I don't know if you want it. It doesn't really have any additional stats. It just has a little thing that fights by your side. But you know, there's new weapons. There's new. Arlaeya is actually wearing the weapons.
Whisper tales of
the Nightfall version of the daggers. Of course, she's a rogue, so I can only show you the daggers. I apologize. But maybe if I remember where my stuff is, that will help. Yes, let's see. Weapons. We want to look at daggers. Here we go. So this is the Nightfall Darkcaster Chris. This is the light version of it. So it's the same dagger, but it's still pretty cool. It has the appearance of the Everforged Stabber, which is the crafted one, which is not showing up here. I don't know why I don't have it as a favorite. Here it is. I miss it because I actually like this. I see this in future mods. Set favorite, but also allow me to do this. So Everforged Server, which happens to believe which I believe is the biz right now for Assassination Rogue. So I'm glad to have that. But it happens to have the same appearance as the Nightfall and the Arathi daggers. So those are the daggers. You can imagine that, there are equivalent light and dark weapons for both. You can get all the dark weapons from him.
I have found.
So you can see more of them. So there's something for everybody.
Enjoy. For
Now, he doesn't sell any armor. You may have noticed that. So there's no Nightfall armor. That's entirely from drops. All the purple stuff is entirely from drops. And you can also get the
I
light stuff
support
from
our
drops,
army with
but you
the
can get
finest
them
blades.
for the tokens here, but they're champion. So the veteran will drop, but the champion you can buy, including weapons. So you can get weapons as well. Things drop so frequently.
The sacred flame tempers
I
not
would
just
s-
our souls,
You know,
but
I
my
would just
steel.
work on using the champion tokens on whatever characters need them before you trade them in for mod. If you have the veteran, because I'm going to tell you if you have less than veteran, especially. There are also, if people move out of the way,
Are you well?
additional
friend?
mods. I actually don't know what these look like offhand. There is a way to see that, right? I always forget. Let me see. Here we go. That didn't help. It showed me nothing. This shows me nothing. Alright, fine. It's because I have the appearances hidden, so.
We will survive the darkness. Prosper even.
Oh. So, anywho, those only resonance crystals, so you may already have enough to spend on these. You don't have to do any
Even
extra
in the
fighting for that.
shadows, your
He's got
path
my
is
quests. There's trying to see. Do
We
you have,
burn brightly
he has
together.
gear. He will, when you go up in renown.
Don't
He's the
despair.
one's going to
The
give you your
shadows
stuff.
sense it.
A fucking good job.
Find joy in the flame's light.
It's a taproot. You get a couple of
We're all
taproots
down
from here.
here together. We are the holders of hope.
And he offers toys, mounts, and pets, and dirigible appearances. For resonance crystals, once you've cleared a renown level.
Belladar
So
shine
where
on
am I
you.
currently at? Hallowfall. No, that's not it. Flames Radiance. I'm coming on 9. I should have 9 by the time I'm done with this stream. So he offers those things. Then over here, I went to you. He just talks
greetings,
to you.
outsider.
Who are the Flames Radiance? They give confirm not to approach. Another outsider answering the decree of the Flames Radiance. Excellent. We need all the support we can muster, be it by weapon or magic. We'll make use of your skills yet. Who are the Flames Radiance? Not who, soldier, but what? Flames Radiance is something that lives within all Arathi. It is an idea, generation to generations. God, wow. Let's try to read that properly. Not who, soldier, but what. The Flames Radiance is something that lives within all Arathi. It is an idea, a sacred creed passed down from generation to generation. In a sea of darkness, a single torch wavers, but in a sea of torches, the darkness is consumed. If you're interested in the story, I'm sure Milton wouldn't mind telling it again, or you can read it yourself in that tome over there. Why have we decreed the Flames Radiance? Recent events have spread the Arathi thin. Both the military and the Lamplighters struggle to keep our holds in check. Beyond that, we support our allies outside Hallowfall on the shores of Kazalgar. When the Sareki began to mobilize once more against us, General Steelstrike considered recalling our forces to mount a defense. But everyone in Hallowfell, save the youngest generation, of course, is martially trained. The farmers, the crafters, we all arrived as soldiers with the expedition long ago. And the Flames Radiance decree exists precisely for moments like this.
Always be
It doesn't offer
prepared.
any goods. Look over where. There's a book.
The flame burns for all
Can
of
I
us.
click on the book? Can you? Okay, who are the Flames Radiance? There. Flames! You never heard the story? It stems from an old legend back home. They say when our glorious Empress marched her armies off to war, she left the people of the Empire unguarded. Enemies within our borders began to rise because of it. But it wasn't the military or the Empire that saved us in the end. It was the war veterans. the retired soldiers, those who took up their extinguished torches, donned their battered armor, and rallied the villagers, farmers, and craftsmen. Continue, please. It was the people who held back the darkness until the light of the Empire returned. Upon her return, they say the Empress knighted those responsible for rallying the citizens of the Empire. She decreed the flame's radiance, a sacred oath that all Arathi should adhere to. Should the light of the Empire fade, burn out, or vanish, it is the people's duty to rally each other. By the radiance of the sacred flame, they'll extinguish the darkness. I want to talk about something else, which will be me accepting quests in a moment.
Stay alert.
But I still want to look at loot. So, Rayan Don Kelvolier has
A dangerous world calls for
the armor.
inspired solutions.
These are for your tokens. I think I showed this already, didn't I? Anyway, pretty much a champion set for everyone, one piece per token. It's up to you if you want to upgrade full
Imperial
champion
steel
for anyone, but you may
conquered a
have someone
continent.
that you want to round out their champion gear. Also, there are trinkets, there are
Well-crafted
jewelry.
equipment
It's
is essential.
very similar to if you did time rifts in Dragonflight in terms of what you get from it. But it's also a little bit of fun. I'm going to accept my quests now.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend.
The flame burns eternal. Let's see. Milton stands at attention and salutes you. Welcome to the front, cadet. I'm glad to see some more capable hands here. Sareki really are giving it their all, so we'll need all the support you can offer. The flame burns eternal. This is the weekly
Stay productive
that
in
you
the
get
light.
the event for. And this
Vigilant in the
right
light.
here gives you the token to buy the armor. The Sareki sure are a persistent bunch. We need you to match their persistence with our blades. Can we count on your continued support in the battles ahead? Complete the Nightfall scenario. And you get some carved, you get some flames. This contributes to your reputation, valor stones, and this is your satchel that has your tokens. It makes sense.
Stay alert.
Now, Rain Incursion, Saruki's
When
end.
the star shifts, seek shelter.
Rain Incursion, Toxins and Pheromones.
For the Empire, may the shadows pass you by.
Rain Incursion. Zakaz. Each one of these gives you a piece, at least a piece of armor in each, and you already see there's 3 to turn
Always
in.
be prepared.
And it's every day, different location, but every day. So we're going to head ground up mountain here, so we're a little away. So I'm going to take a flight back to poison on again. Good, gives me time to chatter.
We must prepare for Belladar to shift. Always be prepared.
We are the Seekers of Light. Always be prepared.
Feel the warmth of the sacred flame. Walk in the light.
So, there are 3 in Ashkahet. This one on top, Radiant Incursion, Suriki's End, Radiant Incursion, Raksakaz, and Radiant Incursion, Toxins and Pheromones. I hate toxins and pheromones. There's always too many people doing it, but we'll see what happens. The toughest one is actually the one on top, which is part of a special assignment that you can get in this zone too. So you might be able to actually tie those 2 together if you do, if you're still working on Nerubian rep for some reason, you want to, multitask, do 3 quests, open up the secret. Well, it's not down here right now. But if it was like unlock the special assignment, I would suggest unlock the special assignment and then do that. But here, what you definitely want to do first, unless you're like super powerful,
We are the warriors
come
of the
here.
sacred
A new
flame.
shipment of our sacred battle elixir has arrived from the Priory, including a more potent draft for the field testing. The Sareki gathered below are more powerful than other Nerubians. They're all elite. We've seen of late. Care to test your elixir in the fight? Yeah. Well, yes.
The Empire's
Definitely.
light will banish the darkness.
Let me just show you where they are on the map. So, you have the elixir. It's not that one. Is it this? I don't know which one is on me. So, it's just kill everything. You kill it. They make little comments. You kill things. You don't. Flying through these don't work. That's part of the other quest. But I don't think they work. So it's mostly just killing Nerubians. So you can see why if like you have to kill lots of Nerubians to get stuff for what's his face? For Seasbark. I love when there's multiples. It's not just killing, there are things to do, like there are scrolls to burn, there are webbed Arathi to unwrap, and there's actually an achievement for this, and I just got it earlier today. So I'll show you that once it calms down over here. And I go pick this flower. So, back to the wall, which is rescue 50 Arathi prisoners from Arathi's End, which this is Arathi's End. And the prisoners, it's weird. It doesn't seem like all of them count. All the things helps with that, but this is a Arathi prisoner. So you just, you help release them and then you go. But again, and these scrolls you can burn. And that's pretty much the goal of this. You get the idea, not too complicated. Your meter goes up. Overkill actually. And then I can move to the next area. So that's complete. Now we go down to the next one. Trying to steer clear of the web balloons. The spiky web balloons of death. So I have a system already. It's like, do that first, do this one second, do the south one last, and fly them up to here, then take that back to Middleborough. Might be faster to just fly, honestly. But you can turn them in up there. And here, you have some flexibility on who you attack and where.
Filthy overcrawler!
I just try to find the area where there's no people.
I cannot.
This one, sometimes these just take a little too long. Jeez. Because there's a lot of people doing them, so you have to wait for respawns. You know how it goes when a new event spawns. More things to burn. I don't think you free prisoners here, though. Bet you can.
For on, Shrek!
I'm gonna steal mine.
Filthy overcrawler!
You don't have to insult me when I kill you. No? It's a little much. For real. And if you see someone take one of the sparkly objects that you change, you just have to wait a few minutes and it'll be sparkly again. And then you can click it. So like, if you just say form an orderly queue to click on things. But once you click on it, you can't do it again. Wait, Mess around with this. 95. I bet this will probably do it. If not, that skirmish. There's enough in the area. Click on. And that one's done. Next one. Up south would be cool. Yes, you can see I can turn in the quest up there, but I'm waiting. The last two I can turn in up there. I'm going to do the one that's all the way down here for some reason in the south. Oh, that's not a hidden path. And this one could be a pain in the butt. Because there are two things that can happen here. There's a buggy thing that can happen where, and you have to get rid of something, where you might get targeted by a mob but you can't see because it's a worm and it's stuck in a wall or something like that, and then you basically have to walk back. And vanishing doesn't seem to work. Apparently, though, if you're a hunter, you're pretty good because you can just play dead. But I think even relogging didn't work. It was very weird. First thing did. Using my Hearthstone and then coming all the way back worked, unfortunately. It's not ideal. Oh, the worm. The worm will burrow itself. You'll see a lot of this later. If you don't take it down fast enough, it's going to pop up probably underneath you, interrupt you, and it's very annoying. Ooh, we got a biggie. We got a big one. Big ones are worth more. I was hoping one of the rares would show up because there are the occasional rares that do show up. None have shown up any of these yet. I mean, some just appear, but sometimes I've gotten some to spawn by finding something on the ground and clicking on it. So, hand in it. Oh, wait. There's a rare. So I am, since I mentioned a rare, we're gonna look at a rare. Here we go. This one's called Whisper of Warher. And see, they dropped a nice good chunk of oh, go away. So what I'm gonna do, because I have them in my hat, I have them in my inventory. So let me go turn. I'm gonna go turn this in, but where's the turn in? Below. It's okay. They're all blue hills. A little encampment over here. So I will, but before I turn it in, because I made sure to purchase a bunch. Dark Moon Fairhouse. And it'll get you a smidge more.
We have strayed from favor.
So,
the Empire is
110.
forever.
It adds up. It adds up. So. Now we're going to go to the other campsite.
The flame burns for all of us.
Turn this in.
For the Empire.
So those are Arthur and now Renault 9. which I get a title. Well, now at 10 I get a title. At 9, I get access to the Radiant Links, and this stipend is Resonance Crystals. A nice good chunk. But let's look at our 3 bags. What did we get in our 3 bags? We get some junk crap. Okay, Warbound neck piece. Leather headpiece. Veteran. And ooh, a cloak. Oh, this is actually a Nightfall Darkcaster's cloak. I think it's for one of the other classes, though. One of the other armor types. It's not new. I have it already. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop on this here.
We
Get
have
there in
strayed
time.
from
I'm not
favor.
worried about. I've done this a few times. I'm not gonna miss.
We are all
I'm not gonna miss the actual Nightfall event. Ah, Beladar's up. Well, Beladar's in shape. So good, it's gonna be super dramatic. And there's fewer people doing it, so hopefully it's not gonna be as laggy as it could be. But as we approach, it should kick in. It's about 9:04, so yeah, it should be happening.
Those crawlers are up to something. Destroy the target at once!
If the shadows find you, call.
Avoid at all costs. So you get little tasks, just like for time rifts. You'll get yelled at to do stuff. There'll be a thing above your head, Service Award. 3 chests drop on that again, like time rifts. So it's a little trickier. You can't just stand around and do nothing. You actually have to try to do the quest objective. So you kind of want to be here on time. You can swoop in at the very end and just go after the big boss to get quest completion if you want. But if you want the 3 chests, you're going to have to do a little more. And as you can see, there's a bit of competition. And unlike the dailies, they don't respawn. But you can see a counter on the side. You tell I've got a whopping 4%. Oh, give me that. No, you don't. Investigating. I say it's bad.
A mighty adversary has taken the field. Get in there, soldier!
When you hear that one, mighty adversary has taken the field, you do want to get over there, because those are special mobs that give a little bit more. As you can see, I just went from 4 to 14. So you do want to get in those. You do have a few more minutes to attack those than you do for like other quests and other assignments, duties, whatever they give you. So my box is currently at green. Sometimes it's almost better to stay in one spot, because by the time you get to the other spot, everything's dead. And you have to tag it to get credit. There's no standing by while it happens.
A squadron of those noxious pests have infested the battlefield.
You can see
Get in there and squash them.
It changes up there. What they're referring to might not be easiest, but easy to figure out. What is that? Now my chest is blue. Can you guess what the next color will be? But you can. Purple.
Is that the best warrior they can offer? Get in there and show them the strength of the flame!
Okay, looks like it's a cluster group. Nope, there's something there. There we go. Like, I'm trying not to hit it as hard because I want other people to catch up, because it really sucks when you're trying to do this and everything's dead before you can get to it. Just saying.
The mighty adversary has taken the field.
Ooh.
Get in there, soldier!
Got another one. Ooh, got the trio. And so you'll see as the clock is still counting down until your overall mission progress. I've never seen it not
Those
get to it.
crawlers are up to something. Destroy the
See,
target at
purple
once.
chest is next. It is possible to not always get to the top chest. You kind of want to be close to like 90 when you reach
Those crawlers are up to something. Destroy the target at once.
by the time the final champion is up. Ooh. So you have 2 minutes. There'll be another like final push. But this is before you get like a little intermission.
Is that the best warrior they can offer? Get in there and show them the strength of the flame!
I'm in my delve boat. Cool down real low. I'm not worried. I use my delve boat most of the time these days, so it's really no excuse. I don't know what my problem is.
Burn those defenses to ash.
97. So I'm in a good
spot.
spot. I'm in a good spot before final part of this. Defenses. I don't see any defenses. Here's the thing. Torch. Alright. Carrying a torch. Where am I carrying a torch? I don't... Oh. Burn the egg. Burn the egg.
Is that the best warrior they can offer? Get in there and show them the strength of the flame!
Go off. Oh. There's a big one over here. Named ones. Kill it. Eat it.
We've got them on the run. To me! Let us
So
give them a reason to keep running.
That's your intermission. So you fly back to
The cowardly crawlers are
Fade.
retreating. Rally to me, and we will
you
finish
gather
this
over
fight.
here. And then you'll see you'll get like you'll get a series of commands. I don't know if I get a chance to look at all of them, but because it goes by really fast. The countdown. Champions convened, and then
Let their arrogance fuel your
cheer,
spirit.
roar,
their
salute,
fear
yell,
guide your blade.
flex,
We will
salute.
stand victorious.
Now listen to the music because there's something really cool happens here. It swells for the fun. It swells during you'll hear the song, the countdown. They've timed this. I noticed that it swells on sculpture. You notice, right? I hope the game sounds more too loud. The final battle. That repeats every hour, but it's the final battle. And it's over. Like your last opportunity to get it to near 100. Your bar. I'm already at 100. I may actually have all of them at 100. Yeah, I do. Put them where I can find
We
them later.
face the last gasp of a
Here we
dying
go.
empire. Do not relent
There's your final boss.
until the battle is won.
Listen to the music now. This is awesome. Unfortunately, he's still alive at the end of that. Still got a bit more stabbing to do, and a bit more lag, apparently. A little bit of a lag, definitely a big lag spike there. That just goes back to your standard Nerubian spidery violins, spidery strings. It's still nice. I do really love how the music swells at that point. We're rallying to defeat their champion. It's our last stand for an hour.
The sacred flame blesses us with victory. But stay vigilant. The enemy will return to throw
Got
themselves
pants.
upon our blades
I
once
have
more.
pants. But I have leather pants for someone else. Leather veteran pants.
Victory for the flame's radiance! Take a moment for celebration, but stay on your guard. They'll return soon enough.
Oh, go away. I flew too
The
far.
sacred flame blesses us with victory. But stay vigilant. The enemy will return to throw themselves upon our blades once more.
Yep, about an hour. The battle is ended. Flames radiance is withdrawing. So, you turn it in,
Step into the light.
and you get all this fun stuff, and you get another satchel.
Beware of the
goodies.
shadows.
Let's take a look at our goodies. I'm gonna line up all our goodies. That's our pants. We're gonna put our pants down there. So let's sell some junk first. We're gonna go over here and sell some junk. Repair our gear.
I have many lucky doos you like.
So my new tabard there.
Good fortune to our
So
friends.
let's look at what we got. We got. Let me put these in order of acquisition. So this is for completing the green part of the event quest. I think it's like a 25 if you get it. And then, or at the cleric chest you get, I think, at 50. And yeah, what did that give us? Resonance crystals. Yeah, and some gold. Not bad gold though. The blue box gives you weathered press, which I maxed out on, and resonance crystals. So yes, that can happen. You get it all the way to 100. You get the champion spoils. This has more of a chance to come with gear. So I'm just gonna put that gear down there for someone special. But again, more resonance crystals, and I think crest I didn't get. And then this is what you get from completing the event that we just did. 300 resonance crystals, not bad. And this token, which is the Radiant Emblem of Service. This is what you trade in for champion gear. So we have everything from him.
The shadows contain many terrors. My store, only a few.
I just wanted to hear him say
Come
that.
again, if you survive.
So
I
let's see what we
support
don't
our
have.
army with the finest blades.
I'm gonna actually. Well, let's see. She is missing. What gear is she missing?
The
Of the,
shadows don't
the
stand a
light.
chance against my blades.
She's missing the chest, grips, cants, and feets. Let's do chest. What's the next one from the left? Let's get her a champion chest. I mean, this is purely for Mog. She can't use it, and this is not warbound.
A dangerous world
So you
calls
can't-
for inspired solutions.
Or she could get a weapon and feel better about that. But now let her get the chest so she can work on getting the full set. Pick up the chest piece. She's not gonna wear, but you know, she has better chest piece.
The sacred
But
flame
now she
tempers not just our
has-
souls, but my steel.
One more piece. And that is Hallowfall.